Okay, so let me look at the time on this. And hi, it is Deborah LeeAnn, and I am here for my Wednesday podcast, but in a little bit different format. We've decided to do a little bit of video conversation, coffee chat, whatever you want to call it, with people who have been involved with the Shine series workshops. And I'd like to introduce to you Taryn Love. Welcome.
Hi. Hi, Deborah. I'm so excited to be here with you today.
I am too. I love trying new things, even though we didn't quite get this figured out how to do on Facebook Live. Next week we will. So I have a question for you. Tell everybody what it is that you do in the world. That's a big question, I get it. But how would you describe your work?
I will simplify it. I am a communication and relationship consultant, and I work with people from my years of personal development facilitation and authentic relating facilitation, breathwork practices, tantra, breathwork enlightenment practices, and I bring together, and counseling, and I bring all of this together and mold it specifically for each individual or couple to help them know themselves, have a foundation of self-love and self-respect, have awareness of themselves, which is so important because we run on autopilot a lot, and also then bringing that into all of their relationships, whether they family, friends, partners, intimate, non-intimate, because knowing our emotions and our emotional body and being aware of ourselves changes our entire life and changes how we interact and how we relate to people, even in business.
So true. So true. So considering your wealth of previous knowledge and experience, and especially how deeply you work with your customers and clients, tell me, what is it? How did the Shine series, the workshops that you've been involved with, how have they shifted you? What have you gained?
So what I gained from the Shine workshop with you about vision and about purpose and passion and applying that to life and what we want, and if we're an entrepreneur and our business and things like that, clarity. Because I just came from Austin, Texas to St. Louis, and not only did I change my business up a little bit, I also changed the type of people that I am presenting it to. So most people were telling me that it's like I'm speaking a foreign language. So so I gained clarity and confidence in what it is I really do by touching back into my emotions and doing a lot of feeling what my vision is. So if I want this vision to happen tomorrow, this week, next month, 5 years from now, and I touched on all of them, what does it feel like? And sitting in that chair with my eyes closed and feeling it, I tapped into my entire power source center, which allowed mental clarity to happen instantaneously on who it is that I am and what the action steps are that get that tangible result in my business and in my life and for myself, and how I balance my entire life changing in just this past November and moving to a different city, coming back and being around people that I haven't been around in a few years, and building my business and building it in a new city and meeting someone and dating. And it's like, how do I balance all of that so that all sides of my life are functioning and stable?
Yes.
And your workshop gave me a functioning, stable foundation to build my life on. And without that, it's like, how do you even get anywhere? And this is what I help people with in their communication and relationships, because when you do that, then it goes everywhere. Though I needed someone to help me do it in business and in vision and in my foundation so that I can be there. Yeah. So completely changed my life. I mean, seriously, like taken so many classes, and I've taught classes, and I've really tapped into my power, especially with breath. And I did tap into my power and feeling it, experiencing it throughout my whole body in a way that I never have before. And people need that, because we give our power away and we allow people to take our power, and we don't even know we're doing that. And people need that, whether it's in business or not. Like, people need to have that, their power in their body, and you do that.
Thank you. That's brilliant. And we do. And I was just talking with a friend before our call and about the exhaustion that happens when you're leaking, trying to be what everybody needs, and we're not taking care of this and this passion, this purpose, this pleasure thing first, right? So, I'm so excited to hear that. And the other thing I know you haven't done the strengths part, and you've done a little tiny bit in that other workshop with me on presence, but I'm going to have a whole new section on that. So those 3 workshops coming together are part of the Shine series that I have packaged moving forward. And I wanted to ask you, if you were wanting to recommend this to someone, working with me, because you've known me for a while now too, is there something about the way that these workshops are delivered or the way that I work that you would recommend to somebody if they're looking for that next, maybe even hand holding, but even that, maybe a push off the ledge, to get to that next place? How would you recommend that?
Okay, so being an entrepreneur, we're like kind of crazy, right? We're powerful. We do things differently. And one of our downfalls is we do things, or at least what I can see, we do things alone a lot, or we do things in so many different ways just to see what's working, that it's not like really this balanced, understood formula. So entrepreneurs, really, I don't use this word very much. So really, I say need what you are bringing, because it gives them structure to themselves and their business. And without that, they're not going to succeed. So you are a key in entrepreneurs succeeding because of what you're bringing: the clarity, the structure, the information, the mind, body, spirit, emotional connection, bringing the energy back into the body, being the awareness that comes from your the courses and the follow-up courses and the classes you're teaching. And so I highly recommend this to entrepreneurs and people who are wanting to take a new step and change their life. And you don't have to, I do want to make it clear that anyone can take any of your classes, and they do not have to own their own business. They do not have to apply it to business whatsoever. I mean, you can apply this to many different things and passions, and just to clean up energy and feel what you're feeling, and be present with yourself. And at the same time, I think it's extremely important for people who are out there giving up the 40-hour work week, working 100 hours a week to do what they want, to work for themselves, or to run their nonprofit, or to make the world a different place, really need to take your class. Really need this information and this clarity and this vision and this presence and this purpose and this support.
Right.
Because whether you're their coach or whether they're taking your classes, this is a way to support. And what I really want entrepreneurs to know is that we got to keep taking classes. We got to keep allowing support in, because we're not able to do everything by ourselves. It's physically impossible.
We invest in our businesses, and we very rarely remember to invest in this. Or I had someone say once that,
yes,
wow, I don't know where I'm going to come up with the money for that retreat, Deb, but you know what? I just put down twice that much for my son's basketball tournament. I think I can pay for this for me. And I went, yes. So it was funny when they start looking at the amount of money and thinking, I can't do that. And they're like, this is cheaper than, a bunch of ads on Facebook. So if you really think about it. So $197 gets you into all 3 of the Shine series workshops. One that focuses on your strengths, really not just learning about them up here, but learning to own them and articulate them in a way that you can stand tall and say, this is who I am. The second one is all about passion and purpose, where we get into the heart stuff and the visioning that Taryn was talking about. And the third is about your leadership presence. No matter what you're doing in the world, you've got to be able to stand fully in integrity with authenticity and a confidence and courage that will be felt by those that you're speaking with. That's where the connections can truly happen, because you are full of you. You're not looking for stuff from them. So if you're interested in any more information about the Shine series, just reach out and I'll be happy to have a phone call with you or meet with you via Zoom like this. And thank you, Taryn, for your time today. It was really fun to meet with you.
Oh, it's my pleasure. I love you.
Talk to you soon,
Thank
babe.
you so much for everything.
Oh, you're welcome.
Bye.
Bye.